What is going on, YouTube? Woods versus Wild. I'm tired. It's hot. But I'm by water. That's good. Water's good. What we're going to do today is I'm going to walk you guys through how, and the key word here is how I am doing a wetland fog filter. Wasp. No good. Don't want to get stung by that. Coming down for a drink. Anyway. What we're doing is we're basically doing an above ground pond. Actually, let me just show you. So we're doing an above ground pond right here. Okay. Pretty good size. As you can see in the back, all I did was I built a box. And I went to Lowe's. I got this HDPE 20 mil liner that's supposed to last 50 years or longer if not exposed to direct sunlight, which it will not be. This is a mess, don't worry about that. But, so what we're gonna do, and this is the first time I've ever built one before, so I'm not expecting it to turn out perfectly, but what we're gonna do is I basically built a crib that comes off of my pond, and I just took this, not particle board, but OSB board, and from my understanding, what I've been reading, if you don't get it wet, it lasts just as long as regular wood. I was gonna get pressure treated, but a huge piece of pressure treated was like 30 to 50 bucks. I needed 2 pieces of $6 a piece, and I backfilled with stone. I have an awning here, and an awning here, and an awning here. So realistically, once that liner gets draped over this, I think it's gonna be waterproof because I am gonna cap that. So water won't be getting on the inside here, obviously. The water won't be getting on the outside, in theory. So I ripped all my plants out. So I made my little box, and then I just put 1, 2, 3. Mainly, I need the back to be higher than the front, obviously, so it doesn't spill over. If it does spill over, we want it spilling over in the pond. So what we're going to do now is we are going to make a little holder here for my phone out of rocks. I think will be a good idea. These hats are neat. They got the back on them. I'm going to put you right up on here somewhere and let you guys watch. So hang on. Alright, so let's put this phone right here like that. I think that should show enough for you guys to at least get the idea. Good. Alright. So anyway, more about this in a minute. All we're going to do, just like you would any pond, is we want that liner to be protected. So we can either use carpet, underlayment, or sand. I chose sand. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it. And I'm going to dump it. And then I rake it through with my hand and get it nice and even. And that's just going to make sure we don't get any punctures or anything like that. It's actually crazy. These are both the same brand. But look at this. This is one. like your typical yellow clay sand. And this is another one, which is like gravel. So we're gonna mix those together. I know what you guys are gonna say. Well, Dave, isn't that sand gonna be wet? Yeah. Isn't that gonna mess with your OSB board? Maybe. But the thing is, it's gonna drain. It's gonna drain. So as the water drains from the sand, it's gonna drain into the rock and into the ground. So in theory, it should stay dry. So let's get more sand. Because you want at least 2 inches of sand. Covering your basin to make sure that it stays protected. So I got 5 bags, 6 bags. I got 2 here, 3 here, that's 5. Unless there's one in the car or somewhere else, I think I got 5. So again, and you can walk on this when you're doing it, it's okay. It's just gonna pack it down. Give it a little wiggle. Tear that baby open. And remember, this is plastic, so always be responsible and recycle where you can. It makes a difference. It makes a difference, guys. Don't throw that in the garbage. And again, we're going to really just spread this out nice and neat. Like that. Another bag of sand, totally different composite. Looks totally different. So again, we're just gonna mix it all in. It doesn't have to be perfect. The result is to make sure that your sand is covering the ground. As long as it's doing that, your liner should be safe. Unless a little staple or something comes through, which I don't have that issue right now, thank God. But if it does, you know, you'll have a pinhole leak and you'll be filling up a little bit of water every week. Guys, it's tough to tell with waterfalls whether you have a leak or evap, because that splashback, you figure over time it does evaporate. So you don't really know until you really start losing a lot of water. The way to tell if you have a leak or not is to turn off your plumbing and run internally. So meaning you just run a little splitter in here, and if you're still losing water, that means you have a hole in the liner. If you don't lose water and you turn the pump back on, you either have a leak coming from your plumbing or it's leaking out of the liner somewhere. Easy way to fireproof, per se, your existing pond. Make sure that everything is working appropriately. And what I'm doing is I'm just trying to get a pretty level base here, and you can most definitely use a tamper, which I have, but I got 2 tampers right here, so we're gonna tamp away. Got a little bit of rain, just gonna cool the humidity down, that's good. And the reason I'm not fast forward anything or any of that, guys, is because, you know, I don't really believe in editing. It's cheap, it's tacky. This isn't TV, this is YouTube. This is 90s YouTube right here, guys. They didn't edit in the 90s, it was just what you saw was the real deal. There's no AI, none of that crap. This is it. Got that about where I like it. Hands get dirty, wash them in the pond. That's what the filter's for. Alright, so that part's done. So then what we're going to do is we're going to responsibly clean up our packaging. Put a bag in a bag in a bag in a bag in a bag. And then when I wrap it up for the day, that goes right in the recycling. Alright. Now, to the liner. Let's get the liner. Let's go get the liner. Oh, I missed a few. Now, this liner is a 10 by 13, or 10 by 15, I think it's 10 by 13. If there was a 7 by 10, I chose to go a little bigger so I can play with. Might not need all of it, but that's what I got. So you just unroll your liner here. I went too big. I could return it, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to use what I got. The extra, if I cut it right, I could always make a different something somewhere else. Alright, so here we go. That's good. And then we got to open her up. I don't like the way they make these, guys. This is from Lowe's, and they start to feel more and more like plastic every year. Like actual plastic. Like a water bottle. Not really a fan of that. But there's my liner. Oh yeah, I don't really too big. 7 by 10 would have been plenty. That gives me an excuse to make another project. Wow, that covers the whole pond. Alright. Well, let's see what we can do with this mess. Hydration is key. Drink Propel. There's my ad for the day. Drink like a champion. Drink Propel. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to extend our liner like this. Okay. A lot easier to do when you're not in a corner. But we're going to give it a whirl. So, let's see. Now the good news, guys, is this is just going to be for rocks. So, you know, there's not going to be any fish in here or anything like that that I don't have to worry about. Wow, is this stuff, they make this worse and worse every year. So now, guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my shoes off and I'm going to get inside the liner. Like this, and then basically what you're going to do is you're just going to kind of stomp on it here until you get it where you want it. Like so. Make sure you have some slack in your liner. That's called the oh shit shuffle. Don't have enough liner. This ain't gonna work. This ain't gonna work. It's too big. We're gonna cut it. We're gonna just cut it. I got too much skirting floating around. I can't do it right. So we're gonna cut it. I'm gonna try to measure it and cut it and see if I could do it better that way, because this is just a nightmare, guys. Last time I will ever use a Lowe's liner, but I bought it. It's here. That's it. So pull it out. Bring it over. Ooh, that's dark and scary. Alright. Whoops. Now we got to measure it. Measure it. There we go. find a tape measure, be right back. Tape measure. And scissors. Alright, so now what we need to do, guys, is we need to measure that box and say, okay, if it's 7 feet long, then naturally it'll be 7 feet long. If it's 2 feet deep, I think we add 2 feet to it or something. I'm going to basically cut this in half. I'm going to do some measuring first. Alright, so it's 7 feet long by 2 feet tall by 2 feet wide. Now, I know you math geniuses are like, oh, piece of cake, Dave. You should be able to figure this out another time. You're wrong. But first, cover up. Keep that sun off you. I am Dave of Arabia. Hear me roar. Alright. So 7 by 2 by 2. It's 10 by 13. Yeah, so 10 by 13, tape's only 12, so that's how I know. So now, let's see. If it's 10 feet long, or 7 feet long, then it has to go this way. There is no top or bottom on these, like some of the rubber liners, but I think we're going to run it this way. And I'm going to pause the video and try to do some math here. Alright guys, video is 25 minutes already. Let's get this baby going. I just said the hell with it, and I just drug the damn thing in there and sloughed it in. And it's got creases, it's got wrinkles, I don't care. We're gonna start filling it, and it should start to settle out there in a minute. So the hell with it, right? There's my turtle hanging out. Needs more plants. Nobody coming in for the winter anyway. Got to try to find him a female before late fall so I can get them ready to go next year. Alright, so one shoe. Problem with this is my paint's chipping off because I keep rubbing up against it. 2 shoes. I'm gonna leave my socks on, what the hell. Alright. Now we're gonna start filling her up. And, whoa, easy there, buddy. As we're filling, we're just gonna go along here and just kind of push down our edges. See right here, I can feel some tension, so I'm gonna pull some slack. Give that some slack there. I guess it's gonna be full of rock anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But you don't want it to rip either. That's another big no-no. No rips. Okay, so that feels pretty good. Ah, you bastard, you. You dirty bastard. Kids, if you're watching, you really want to throw your mom and dad for a stumper, don't use all these new stupid words they don't understand. Just call them a dirty bastard. No. You tell them Dave from YouTube said you're a dirty bastard. Alright. Which is actually not a curse, guys, because it is just a word. Alright, so we'll fill that up. We'll come right back. Alright guys, we're going to keep this under a half hour today, and we're going to do a part 2. So all we're doing now, we got the liner in, we're filling it up. Once we get it full, you know, we're going to work on these creases a little bit here and there, work on making sure this stays straight, good. And then we are going to start working on rocks. In the meantime, I'm going to do a little trimming here, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I'm Woods. This has been fun. You make sure you come back for part 2, because it's going to be wild. And I'll see you on the next one.